morning, this is Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. This is the card we're going to work on today. Decided it was time for some Easter cards. So this is Gorgeous Grape cardstock. Opens up like this. And then I use the Gingham Gala paper. This out of the way. For this is Whisper White, and then there's basic black underneath. And the ribbon is the Daffodil Delight. It's got the little X's on it. It's a little trick to get them both to show up like that. On this one I used Stampin Blends, but the one we're doing today I used Stampin Write Markers because I decided that they bled a little less. And I already have them colored. They look pretty much the same, just they were a little easier to color with, I think, for something this delicate. So, and let's see, I used some gems, and I cut out a butterfly from the free paper that was in the celebration. I have a bunch of the butterflies cut out. I used You're Inspiring. I used this image, and the Happy Easter. And on the inside, I used His Grace, and I used May's Precious Gift Be Yours. And I believe that's all the stamping I did. So let's get started on this card. Let's put the inside of the card in first. We'll glue that in. I have it, like I said, I have it all colored, stamped and colored, so that I like my videos to be fairly short so that you're not sitting there watching me color. This piece is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So let's put that in there. Okay. When I stamped, I used the basic black to do my stamping before I colored. And then I took this, I guess there was another stamp set that I used. For the little background on there, I used Touches of Texture, and I used this image right here. Put the lid on this so I don't dry up my glue. So let's go ahead and do that stamping. I've got this out, and I used just Gorgeous Grape ink to do that. And I'm going to leave this shut to do the stamping because I don't want to go over. So, see how much ink I can get all over me. So I just started stamping because part of it's going to be covered up. So I just stamped. It doesn't really matter. Just like that. And then the other side. Pretty much just wanted something so that the cardstock wasn't plain. Just like that. So let's close that. There. Let me clean this ink pad, or this stamp, so I don't sit there and get ink all over me. So I'm going to use my chamois to clean this. Discovered the chamois works really well for the water-based ink, but for some reason on the basic black ink pad, that one I used my Stampin' Scrub because it got it cleaner. So then I took my piece of basic black, and this one is 1 7/8 by 5 1/2, and this one is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And I took my piece of ribbon and I saw, can't think of her name, but she does Stamping Smiles, and she punched holes in hers. She did hers this way, but I decided to do mine up and down. So what I did was I put the ribbon through like this, and I wanted my little X's to show. So I put the ribbon through the holes first, from the front to the back, and then I twisted it. So I took it like this and turned it like that, so that my X's on there would show through on the front, just like that. And then I did the same thing with the other piece. Twisted it so that you have your X's showing through like so. And then I took my ribbon scissors and trimmed the end off. You can trim these however long you want. So I trimmed both ends so they wouldn't be frayed, just like that. And then I took some glue dots. Of course, I'm using up my paper pumpkin glue dots. And I put a glue dot under each one of these flaps so that they would stay in place. Don't want them moving. And then, oops, because that ribbon is thick on the back, I decided to use Stampin Dimensionals on this piece, and I struggled a little bit to get it straight, but so I turned it over and went ahead and put a glue dot on here. And then I took the Stampin Dimensionals and put Stampin Dimensionals on the back. And I put quite a few because I didn't want it sagging. I mean, you could put your edges along there. That's probably good. Okay. And then I put it 3/8 of an inch from this edge. It's 3/8 of an inch to there. And this was a challenge for me to get. I wanted it flush here and flush here. And even, so that it would look good. I was going to do a video yesterday, but I got involved in making bread, and so I made bread yesterday instead. I enjoy bread making. It's relaxing to me. So I'm going to hold this up so I can get this even. Sorry, it's going to be off camera for a second here. There. That way I'm even here and up here. That looks pretty good. Okay. That part's done. Now we're going to take this piece, and we're going to need our glue dots again, or our Stampin Dimensionals again. And I glued this piece that I've already colored, and it's 2.5 by 3 3/8. And this piece is 2 5/8 by 3 1/2. So we're going to glue this panel to the black. I thought these made pretty Easter cards. Something different. So we'll center that in here. Just like that. And then this piece is 3 7/8 by 3. And we're going to glue this to our DSP. Center that. I thought about making the daffodils all yellow, but I really like the ones that are kind of an orange color on the bell part. I think that's pretty. So this, we're just going to put Stampin Dimensionals on one side of this, because we're going to lay it on top of the black that already has dimensional. So make sure you get it on the correct side. So it's going to be on the right hand side. And I'm going to put 3. And then I'm going to put glue on this side, on the left side of this. Just like that. Okay, let's see if I can get this on here. And then I want it centered on the page, right in the center of the card, as best I can get it. Just like so. Okay. Then we're going to take our sentiment, and this sentiment I just stamped Happy Easter, and it is 1 7/8 inch from here, this point to here, and it's a 1/2 inch wide. And then I took Daffodil Delight and sponged around the edges. And of course I stamped this again with the basic black. Okay, and then I put dimensionals on, 2 dimensionals on the back of this. I figured that was enough for this little piece. I haven't seen very many cards made with this stamp set. I think it's really pretty. So I made this flush with this edge right here, over here, and kind of centered between here and here, just like that. And then I took my little butterfly that I punched out, and I put a small blue dot on the back of it, like so. You could use your Butterfly Gala stamp set and dies to stamp some butterflies and then use the dies to cut them out. And then I put my butterfly here, and then I took a black, really fine tip pen and put his antennae on there, because when you cut it out, of course, you cut those off. And then I took, the last thing I did was took my gems, and I put one in the center of the butterfly. I put one up here. You put them wherever you want. That's just where I put them. And then one right down here. And that's our card. pretty simple. The most time consuming, of course, is the coloring, but I used, this is Daffodil Delight, this one is Call Me Clover, and this one is Calypso Coral for the coloring. And that's our card for today. Fairly simple. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Remember, here's my host code for April. $50. You know, purchase $50 on my website, elainedotson.stampinup.net, and use this host code, and I'm going to share hostess rewards with people who use this host code. If you want to become a demonstrator under me and join my team, go to my website. $99 gets you $125 worth of product. And that's our card for today. I hope you have a blessed day, and that it's not raining where you are. It finally stopped raining here, but I don't know for how long. We've had lots of flooding, so bless you, and until next time, happy stamping.